Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I've got about one more week until I will be going back on reserve for work, so that's kind of exciting, but I'm also kind of like a little nervous about it because I know things are still kind of crazy with work and I want it to be eased back into the flying world, but it doesn't look like that's gonna happen. Supporting the Gamecocks today. The women's basketball team won the national championship. I know a few Gamecock fans follow me on here, so go Cocks. But today I was just gonna do a kind of like, what do I do for my daily routine when I'm not working? So first things first, we're outside. I got up around 8:30 today. Laid in the bed for a little while. It's 8:45 right now. But first things first, we're gonna walk Oz, let him go potty, get him all set up for the day. So this little like corner of our house is his favorite spot to go potty. And it's like right on the road, but luckily this road is not super busy, which is why I'm okay with him coming down here and sniffing around it. But whenever people are like driving by and we're down here or walking, they're like, what are you doing? But he's smart. Say, I know where the road is and where the yard is, and I usually stay pretty good. Okay, so anytime Ozzy goes potty, if he goes number 2, he gets one of these 3 treats, and he loves this brand's. Any treats that they have, he loves. But those are the bigger treats, and then if he goes number 1, he gets one of these little smaller treats. That's it. Good boy. After I get Oz all taken care of, then it is time for coffee. So I make my own cold brew with this little thing that one of my sisters got me for Christmas. This time it's this Pete's flavored coffee that I've got in there. I prefer cold to hot coffee. I will drink hot coffee like in the winter and stuff, but I usually stick with cold brew. And then oat milk creamer, always. That's pretty much the only creamer I will drink. I go between like the caramel and the vanilla one. Whenever I run out of one, I switch to the other one. I prefer this brand. Some of the other ones I feel like have like flakes in them or something, like oat flakes, or I don't know, it's weird. But I prefer this brand. Every now and then I'll switch it up and do like an almond milk creamer if they have a particular flavor that I'm blanking on the name right now. But yeah, we're gonna make a glass of coffee. I used to buy the like brand of cold brew at the grocery store. I think it was stock, just like the plain cold brew at the grocery store, and that would last me maybe like a week. So when my sister got me, I like put it on my Christmas list. I think it was on Amazon for like 30 bucks or something. But it saves me so much money because you just buy a bag of coffee for like $9-10, and it lasts me a couple weeks at least, probably like at least a month or 2, maybe not 2 months, but because I drink it every day. But one of those jugs will usually make 3 or 4 cups of coffee depending on like how big you make them. But yeah, so $10 every, we'll say 2 months, even though I don't think it's really that, but $10 every 2 months compared to $5 every week. So you guys can do the math. But if you are a big cold brew coffee drinker like me, then, and you don't have one of those, then think about getting it. But we're just going to enjoy our coffee now and probably play some games on the iPad for a little bit. Do the Wordle. Does anybody else do Wordle? I'm like obsessed with that game. I've only missed it once, and I think it was Watch, and it was because by the time I got the ATCH, I had too many letters that it could be, so I guessed the wrong one. I think I guessed like catch and then latch, maybe, I don't know. But it wasn't my best day of guessing, but I was also in the middle of traffic and I was annoyed when I did it, so I'm just gonna blame it on that. But yeah, we're gonna play some games, do my Wordle, let me kind of wake up, get a little pep in my step, and just hang out for a little bit before we get into any kind of other stuff. So after I've been up for a little while and done some of my games and woken up a little bit more, I do my Bible study. This is the last week that I'm doing the Psalm study that I've been doing for the last couple of months. We're finishing that up tonight. I have my Bible study tonight. And then I've also been doing the Bible recap. I've missed a couple of days of that. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. But I've been sticking with it pretty good for the most part. So I just finished Deuteronomy last night and moving on to Joshua today, I believe. In the Bible recap, you just are reading the whole Bible and then someone is kind of explaining what's going on, what you're reading about, and gives you kind of a history of like what was going on back in the day, especially in these earlier books when you're reading some of the laws they had to follow and stuff. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense now, especially like laws regarding women and like being married and things like that, and you're like, whoa, that seems kind of harsh. She kind of goes and explains the culture, like when this was happening and why some laws were made the way they were and stuff, and kind of just like just helps you like know what was going on. So I've really enjoyed that. I'm not sure what study we're gonna do after this Psalms one. She sent it out the other day, but I don't remember what it is. But yeah, if you guys are looking for a Bible study or something, that Bible recap has been really interesting to me. I've read the Bible all the way through before, but it's good to do it when you're also like kind of learning stuff about it as well. So I'm about to do that, and then I'll probably make some breakfast after that. I just finished my devotion. It took me about an hour, which is longer than normal. Usually it takes about 30 minutes for me to read everything and get through everything. But today was a longer one. But I'm about to make some breakfast. I think I'm gonna make a breakfast sandwich today for breakfast. Usually I'll just eat like a muffin or something, but I'm all out of muffins. They're doing construction. It's like really loud. Here's my little breakfast sandwich. It's got turkey sausage that you can either warm up on the stove or microwave, the Dave's bread, the English muffins, some cheese, a little bit of butter, and then the egg. This is what I just put salt, pepper, and a little bit of seasoning salt. I heat it up in this and it makes it into a little circle. It's usually a lot bigger than this though, so I have to like cut it and fold it a little bit, but here's my breakfast today. After breakfast, it's time to come up and wash my face and brush my teeth. Some people like to wash their face and do all that like first thing in the morning, but I like to do mine when I can brush my teeth at the same time. So I'll just show you. So first I wet this, and then I do, oh gosh, okay. So I went and hit golf balls yesterday at the driving range, and I haven't done that in months, and I'm so sore. My shoulders and like this part of my arm is just really sore. But anyways, wet my face, and I use this aloe vera gel and this like aloe cleansing lotion, and then I use this thing when I do that. Then I rinse that off, pat it dry, and then I put some toner on a little pad and wipe that on my face. While that's drying, I use mouthwash and then brush my teeth. I've been using this Sensodyne Pronamel because I have a tooth that's like, there's like a divot or something in it, and it hurts whenever I eat like really cold stuff, or like if it just something touches it. And the dentist has tried a bunch of different things to try to get it to go away because I clench my teeth really bad, but nothing really seems to be working. So now I'm trying that toothpaste to see if it'll help at all. And then after the toning dries on my face, I use this firming serum. And then I ran out of it, but I have a rejuvenation cream that also has this same stuff in it that I put on after this, and I just kind of like pat it into my face. Once that dries, I do the cream, which I'll get more of that tomorrow because I'm going to get a facial. I do those once a month. And she's the one that put me on all this stuff to help clear up. I don't know if you guys watched me like back when I first started doing vlogs like 2 summers ago. My acne was like crazy. And like I've never had to deal with acne like that before. And I never really had a good like face wash thing. So going to her, I'm glad she got me on some kind of regimen. It turned out that it wasn't anything she could really help me with the acne. I had gotten some bacterial infection, I think, like with wearing the mask. Something must have got stuck in there and then it was bad. So I had to end up taking antibiotics for it. But since then, she's been able to clear up all my like acne scars from it. So that's good. And then after that, I put on sunscreen every day, even when it's like rainy and gross, because it helps with aging, I guess. Put it on here, my neck, and then on my hands. So that is pretty much my morning routine when I am home. Obviously, my routine in the mornings look a little different when I am working because sometimes my sign-ins are at 3 a.m. and I don't have very long to get ready and relax like that. Usually on layovers, that's not the case. Every now and then, though, I can, but usually I'm like getting up an hour before and just rushing to get ready. But yeah, my morning routine is usually kind of like that, just pretty chill. I take my time getting ready. I need to go to the grocery store today to just get a few things. Ozzy's out of dog food, so I need to go get some dog food for him. And then just a few things from the store, pick up some stuff that I can use for dinner this week. So I'm gonna do that, but I'm letting him go potty first. And then before I go to the store too, I'm gonna put some stuff in the crock pot for dinner tonight. So yeah, it's already 12, what time is it? 12:15. So my morning routine took a little bit longer than normal today. I got distracted on Twitter. All right, so the food is in the crock pot for tonight. We're gonna have, it's called like mozzarella pesto chicken pasta or something like that, I don't know. But I put chicken in the crock pot. It's about 1.5 pounds, and then seasoned it with a little bit of salt and pepper, and then put pesto sauce, which this is the kind that I used for this. And then you squeeze half a lemon, but I went ahead and squeezed the lemon in like a lemon squeezer and then poured the juice in and then put a stick of butter on top. It's gonna cook for about 5 hours. And then I'll make the pasta closer to time, but just remember that I live with my parents, so this is not just for me, it's for 3 people. All right, so I'm going to Lowe's Foods today. I switch between here and Trader Joe's, but I don't really have a plan for what I need other than dog food, so this is gonna be fun. Okay, so I actually think I did pretty good on my little grocery trip. I'll do a little grocery haul. So I got some free and clear Tide Pods and free and clear fabric softener because I've been really itchy lately, and it could just be the weather. I'm allergic to grass, but I also think because it's certain clothes, and I've been using just like the regular Tide Pods. I used to never use those, so I think it's also got something to do with that. And then I got a few little frozen meals. I got a smoothie bowl, and some pasta and chicken meals. Just a couple to do when I'm not sure what I'm gonna do for dinner or lunch. Let's see. Oh, I got a bag of potatoes because I think we've got a frozen roast, or like a roast in the freezer, so can make some mashed potatoes to go with that. I got a spaghetti squash because I love spaghetti squash. And that's easy to do for lunch. And then I got a watermelon because we had watermelon the other day and it was really good. And I saw it and I wanted some more watermelon. And then my mom made this dip the other day. She used some graham crackers, but I like vanilla wafers better. So I got some vanilla wafers. The actual like Nilla wafers, they only had the mini size, which is dumb. So I had to get a Keebler. So hopefully these taste like the regular muffins. And then I got some buttered rum muffins. These things are like my favorite muffins ever. They're so good. So that's what I'm gonna eat for breakfast the next 2 days. And then the one thing I really went for, I got Ozzy some dog food. I got a small bag because, so when he was a puppy, he would like eat his food for 2 months and then would not eat it anymore, like for days. So I was like switching up his food a lot, and my family dog at the time had this salmon food that was really expensive, and I was in college so I could not afford that. But I was like, maybe if I just get, but he like loved it and he would eat it every time he was here. So I was like, maybe he just likes salmon. So I got this same brand, Evolve, in salmon, and he's been eating that for the last couple of years, but his breath reeks. And so anytime he comes around you, he just smells like fish because of his food. So I'm got the same brand, but a different flavor. So I'm gonna see if he'll eat it, and maybe that'll help his breath problem. But I'm hoping it doesn't make his stomach upset, because I know you're not supposed to switch up dog foods, like you're supposed to gradually do it, but I'm thinking since it's the same brand, it should be fine. But yeah. So I put some of the new food on top of his salmon food and he's eating it, so that's a good sign. Maybe he likes it. So I don't have any more errands to run today that I can think of. I do need to pick up my allergy medicine at some point, but I'll probably do that tomorrow because it's on opposite sides of the town and I didn't want to drive to the grocery store and then drive all the way to go get that. By the way, this is my big water bottle. You may have seen it in some of my flight attendant videos, but I try to drink 1.5 of those a day. I'm accomplished that maybe like 50% of the time, but as long as I get one done, I think that's pretty good. It's 64 ounces, so I think that's half a gallon. But when I work out and stuff, I'm supposed to drink 84 or 85 or something. So I try to drink 1.5. But yeah, so now I think I'm just gonna hang out, maybe watch a little TV. I'm still watching Prison Break. I'm still not finished with that show. I've been watching that, and I've been watching The Blacklist with my dad. So yeah, still not finished with that. But I'm getting close. I'm on season 4. And there's only 5 seasons, and then there's like a movie that's in between the 4th and the 5th season, but I don't know if it really adds to the story. I'll have to look and see if I need to watch it. And then I'm on season 2 of Blacklist, but that's got like, I don't know, I think they're still making it. But yeah, I'll probably watch TV for a little bit. I may need to do laundry, I don't know, I need to go see. But yeah, the only other thing I really have to do today is my Bible study is at 6:30 tonight. But for the most part, I think this is pretty much what I do on a day off. The only difference would be, so when I finish a trip, like especially if it's a 3-day or a 4-day, that next day off, I sleep in pretty late. Usually, because I'm just so tired when I get back from working. I don't sleep very good on trips. Like, sometimes I'll get a decent amount of sleep, but like when I'm home, I always get at least 8 hours of sleep a night. When I'm on a trip, that usually doesn't happen. So yeah, so that next day I like sleep in. Like sometimes I'll sleep till like 1 in the afternoon because I'm just so tired. So usually like the day after work, I don't do a whole lot. I just like catch up on sleep and kind of relax. But then, you know, the other days is when I'm running my errands, doing my laundry, unpacking and repacking my suitcase. Any appointments I have, like I do those on days off and that kind of stuff. But during the week, so like Mondays are my Bible studies. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I have a workout group that meets and we work out in the evenings. And then Sundays I go to church. But those are really the only things that I do on a regular, like weekly basis when I'm home. Other times on days off, I'll sub. I'm qualified to substitute teach, so I'll do that. I haven't done that since I've been on FMLA, just because I didn't know if I was allowed to work another job when I was on FMLA with my job, with like flying, so I didn't want to get in trouble with all that. So I haven't been subbing, but yeah, pretty chill day. Sometimes I'll do puzzles. Sometimes I'll read. It's nice out today, so I may go take Ozzy for a walk later. You know, just do random stuff during the day, but I'm always too okay with just like chilling and resting. And then the days before I work, those days off, I'm usually meal prepping, which maybe before I go back to work, I'll do a meal prep video of what all I take on my trips. But yeah, I would show you guys more of me sitting around today, but I'm not gonna bore you any longer. So that's a typical day off for me. Do my morning routine, get errands done, and then the rest of the day just relax. But like I said, only one more week off, and then I am assuming they're gonna call me one of the first days I go back on call, because it's gonna be the second week of the month. I wouldn't have been used yet. And it seems like they've been using lots of people lately, so they'll probably call me. So yeah, you guys, we're almost back to the normal work videos. But a toe update real quick. I think it's pretty much healed all the way. I haven't put on my work heels yet. In a couple of days, I'll probably put them on and walk around and just make sure that they don't bother me, but I don't think they will. I've been working out and like doing a bunch of active stuff, but I have a plate in my tennis shoes, so I still haven't tried to do it without that. But I got a pedicure the other day and it was fine, so I think my toe is fine. So this is my last week of no chaos before I go back into the middle of the storm that is flying right now. But yeah, I think that's all I have for this video. As always, any questions or just comments or whatever, you can put those down in the comments below. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.